Truck Series ready to get on to some action here as we look to drive 84 laps around this track here. Pit cycle happening around lap 20 or so, so keep an eye out on that. 2 sets of tires waiting behind the wall for all of our drivers. Riley Harris, I think this is his second pole this season, if I'm not mistaken. Bringing that number 49 Coke Chevrolet to the front. Dustin on the outside. And we'll see what happens here. There's going to be some tire saving involved. Pretty much a super speedway style race. We also have our race director, Josh Watt, hanging in on standby, keeping an eye on all of us here. Make sure we have some good, clean racing. And here we go. Green flag. Green flag is underway here at Michigan International Speedway. 9 trucks set to do battle here. You want to stay in the draft as long as you can to get around this track. Again, it's pretty much just a straight drafting track for the trucks, as everybody's speed relatively the same through here. Side-by-side action all the way up and down the field as Dustin goes ahead and takes the lead from Riley right off the rip. Finds himself with Charles Smith on the outside. He dips right down, right in front there for second place. And don't look now, folks, but that number 40 truck is moving up the field here as he's found his way up to 5th. A little action with Jason Phillips there. It's all right, we all made it alive. Sorry for kind of blocking you there. John Aslan right here in 4th place. Good start for the 25 machine here, coming on back to the Truck Series. Still early goings though, so there's no real need to be rubbing too hard on the racing surface. And the inside line not panning out too well a little later in the run. John Aslan actually setting the fastest lap time of the race. Just that time by 40.092. Turn 4 is going to be something we're going to need to look into as the run goes along too, as that's going to be a spot of some calamity. Trucks will start to get a little looser and a little tighter. Ron Schamer setting the fastest lap time just as I got done saying that John did. Way back there in 9th place. Again, that draft helping out. He breaks through the 39 barrier the trucks seem to be having. Ooh. 3 wide. Oh boy. We got some 3 wide, 2 wide action going around. The middle of the field as Dustin continues to have a large lead. It's not too big, just less than a full second. But the rest of the field has he's broken off from the rest of the field. I know we said drafting track, but everybody's just kind of moving around. Nobody's really working too well with each other right now. Charles Smith and Jason Phillips back to back right now. 3 wide again down the front straightaway here, folks. Picture time. Definitely that, as the Harris trio find themselves side by side down the front straightaway. that time by. 5 laps in the books. Action all over the racetrack as Jason Phillips all over the rear end of Charles Smith. Norm Snyder has moved all the way up to 4th place. John Aslan back in 5th, top 5 running for him now. And that 25 Chevrolet, 49 Chevrolet of Riley Harris, can't count him out. He set the pole speed. Is he trying to save right now? Everybody running in a higher line, except for Jason and Dustin. You're getting a lot of momentum down the back straightaway, running that high line. A lot of battles going around here. Nobody getting too comfortable with the position they're in. Jason Phillips finally gets around Charles Smith this time. That's a big run here through turns 1 and 2 for your broadcaster as he finally gets onto the rear of both John Aslan and Norm Snyder going through turns 1 and 2. Gets a little uncomfortable, a little unsteady there going through 3 and 4. Side and side with John. John loses out on some momentum there. And he will fall back. Dustin continues to lead this race as we've crossed 8 laps complete. Almost a 10th of the way through the race, if you want to look at it that way. Again, we said at the top of the broadcast, 21 or 20 laps or so, you'd be looking at pit stops, green flag pit stops. So these guys, we are going to have to save some tires. With only 2 sets waiting in the wings. I'm going to have to pit at least 3 times. So the pit strategy will have to be figured out on who pits when. And again, that high line's still running very well, getting the momentum. Try to run any different groove other than the top or I guess the 4th lane. Not advantageous for most of the drivers here. Jason has finally caught up to Dustin Reinsettle. Not enough yet to make a pass. Ooh, getting a little slideways coming out of turn 3. It's starting to happen. Of course, that was right on the top line there, so probably not enough grip yet for that one. And the pass has happened, I believe. Nope. Still hasn't happened yet. Sorry. From my perspective, it looked like the yellow truck had finally gotten ahead of the blue and white truck. Jason Phillips not quite caught up to Dustin Reinsettle just yet. He's right there, though, within the draft distance. John making a big run on the inside now through turn 3 and 4. He's got the nose under, unable to make the pass for 5th. Does move up though, coming from 7th to 6th. Jason Phillips still looking for a way to get around Dustin Reinsettle here early on. Fast number 88 truck though. That Toyota Tundra is moving. It might even be bump drafting now. The gap from first and second to third is about 1 whole second. Still some close action in the top 5. Everybody back from there, still duking it out. George Harris and John Aslan battling it out for 6th place. Norm getting a little loose in turn 1 and 2. Right ahead of your broadcasters, he gets shuffled back to 5th place. Charles Smith starting to close in. Getting close, folks. 16 laps in the books of the 84. Charles Smith has caught up to our lead pack. Leaders are all within half a second of each other in the lead 3 trucks. Charles Smith continues to ride along the outside wall here as the lead 2 continue to use a lower lane. Jason Phillips getting a little tight coming out of turn 4. So he loses a bit on that draft from Dustin Reinsettle. Starting to walk away again. Smith continuing to stay on the high line here. Looks like your broadcaster is trying a different lane, seeing what works, what sticks. "19 laps complete. Working on lap 20. And And it looks like Charles Smith is coming on down pit lane as he of the leaders decides to come on in. .40 this time. And as you were aware from before, again, I will be calling my pit entries and stuff, and you'll be able to hear that as well. We'll see what everybody else does as far as tires go. And I cause a wreck and end up having to serve a penalty, so that didn't do me any good. Too busy paying attention, so that's unfortunate. Norm Schneider has the lead now, as he elects to stay out. Sorry about that, George. Serving penalty here. 40-second penalty. Norm Snyder, Ron Schommer coming on in. As Dustin Reinsettle back out. The big advantage over Jason Phillips. And now I'm going to have to hope for a caution. 40 coming back out. 40 coming back out. Already lapped. Well, that happens. Dustin up ahead now by about a whole 3 seconds over Jason Phillips and Charles Smith. Those two are still relatively close to each other. So at the end of pit cycles, once again, Dustin Reinsel will resume the lead with Jason and Charles Smith in second and third. Riley Harris in fourth place, followed by Norm Snyder, John Aslan, Ron Schommer. George Harris is in eighth, followed by myself in ninth. A caution coming out would definitely benefit myself, as I'm the first car lap down. So as we make our way through into the next lap here, that'll be lap 26. Let's talk about the Midwest Motorsports Racing League. Here at Midwest Motorsports, midwest-motorsports.com, the website to go on to check out some more racing action. We have 3 loaded series full of excitement, as our leaders are nose to tail once again. As everybody has caught up to Dustin Ryan's settle up there. Friday nights, as you can see, at 9:55 Eastern Standard Time, our truck series gets underway. We have 2 races following tonight's race left in Season 10 of the truck series. So don't go anywhere, don't miss out. I can't eyeball the schedule just at the moment. But yeah, we'll be back here next Friday night for our penultimate race of the season. And then on Sunday nights, we have our Stock Car Series using the O'Reilly Auto Parts platform of cars. So the Chevy Camaro, Ford Mustang, and the Toyota Supra. This Sunday night at 8:25 Eastern Standard Time is when the green flag drops in that series. We will be at Michigan International Speedway. So for once, we have a doubleheader weekend this weekend. And then this coming Tuesday night is our Road Series League. So the oval side between the trucks and the stock cars, I will be the main broadcast for those races. But the Road Series, you'll be hearing a different set of voices here. Adam Sondag, a brilliant man with a wonderful voice, calling those races from flag to flag alongside the legend, the man, the myth himself, James Johnson. Tune in to watch there as you see race control Josh Watt trying to race around the racetrack. Myself sometimes going through, and a whole host of characters. We have about 40 cars almost every night on the Road Series racing around Red Bull Raceway in Austria. Here I am trying to make fancy. That is where our next race will be on the Road Series. Again, the green flag for that drops at 7:30 Eastern Time. So make sure to tune on in to that race. So if you follow that link, it's also in the description. Down in the description, that link, midwest-motorsports.com, takes you to all the action, all the information, all the registration pages you will need. Dustin Reinsettle has fallen, by the way. Here we go again. I'm talking about random stuff, and the leaders have done leader things. Jason Phillips leading the race. Dustin Reinsettle has dropped back. I am assuming he's on a fuel-saving strategy here. Could be a good thing to play with, or to play for. He has a pretty sizable lead here in the truck series, so not winning the race is something that he can do. I'm going to go ahead and take a guess that the cameras are being operated either by the iRacing system, bouncing between most exciting drivers or whatever's going on, or our very own race director, Joshua Watt, who has been very helpful in making this happen, making this change of broadcasting style happen. Now, as much as I like being in the booth calling the races, it's nice to get out here on the track and drive around with everybody as well. You know, I used to drive the truck series primarily, only just dabbling here and there on Sunday nights for the stock car series or the next gen series. Some pretty decent tire wear on that, on the right sides of my truck. 81% when I came in to pit. Lap times not the fastest. John Aslan putting some lap times down though right now. Decent lap times. Currently sitting in 4th place. He's got a ways to go to catch up to Dustin Reinstedel. He's about 7.9 seconds behind that number 11 machine. Jason Phillips has broken off a little 1.5 second lead over Charles Smith as we get ready to complete lap 35. 49 laps to go. I gotta remember I'm a lap down for my own stupidity. Which unfortunately cost George as well, so blunders all around for the number 40 team. That pit cycle is just not it, was not it. So our next pit cycle should kick off around lap 40 to lap 42 or 43, depending on how drivers are making fuel updates here, or messing around with fuel. It's actually a pretty big range too, where some drivers came in lap 20, a lot came in lap 21, and some came in on lap 22. And Charles Smith has made the pass for the lead, taking over from Jason Phillips late in the run. Did Jason happen to catch in that Dustin might be fuel saving a little bit here? Battle for fourth is heating up here as Riley Harris and John Aslan are duking it out. Pretty decent gap still between Riley and Jason, which is going to go away now as Riley has decided to come on down pit lane here on lap 41. Jason Phillips will return to the lead. 4 seconds ahead of Dustin Reinsettle. And now Jason Phillips is coming on down pit lane. Dustin Reinsettle staying on out. He will regain the lead. "42 laps complete, halfway through now. Dustin will come on down pit lane. This should be the stop for tires for everybody. Riley and Jason will come on down pit lane. So John Aslan, Norm Snyder, they stayed out to lap 22 last time around. They will take over the lead here, this time by 40 this time, 40 this time. Norm Snyder pitting this time. Ron Schaumer staying out. Charles Smith is holding on to second. Jason Phillips holding on to third. Coming out. 40 coming out. Second pit cycle mostly complete here. As now Ron Schaumer comes down pit lane. Charles Smith will take the lead here on lap 45. As they go down the back straightaway with Jason Phillips right on him. Jason Phillips in the lead. As we rumble down the back straightaway, he's got the lead over Charles Smith. Ron Schaumer still holding that fastest lap time. Dustin Reinsettle set his fastest lap time of the day of 40.093. Finds himself 3.4 seconds back. Now down to 2 behind Smith. He is charging. Dustin was fine sitting in the back of the race, letting people duke it out for the lead in the middle stages here as he's looking to take back charge, take back the command of this race. And now he is closed right on in. Dustin Reinsettle neck and neck now, and passes Charles Smith for second place. He is now getting on to Jason Phillips. Will he make the pass into turn 1 and 2? He's definitely going to fight for it. There they are side by side here on down the back straightaway. Dustin Reinsettle by a nose. Going into turn 3 and 4. There they go. Dustin has the lead through turn 4. He has taken it back. He burned too much stuff off this time. Is everybody going to be able to reel him back in later in the run now? We'll find out. They resume racing single file now. As they get on the front straightaway at the finish lap 51, 33 laps to go in the race. Now it's a 1.4 second gap between first and second. Charles Smith holding on by half a second now to Jason, wondering if they can work together to catch back up to Dustin, who is just sending it now. Set and sail here in Michigan. Taking the Great Lakes. Speaking of which, of course, you know, Michigan, the state, bordering with Canada, home to our race director, and also neighboring the major 3 lakes, or neighboring some of the major 3, actually, yes, all of it, because we always forget about the Upper Peninsula. The UP, allowing Michigan to border all Great Lakes outside of Erie. Lake Superior, Lake Huron, Lake Michigan, Lake Ontario. As you know, the legend lives on from the Chippewa on down. I don't know if I want to get copyright strict. I mean, do I care? If I haven't done it already, I'm gonna, or we would have already got it. The legend lives on from the Chippewa on down on the big lake they call Gitchagumi. Dustin Reinsettle is sailing along Lake Michigan right now as he's gone to a commanding 3.8 second lead over Jason Phillips in second. Charles Smith continuing to hold steady in third place. Less than a second behind, almost a half second behind. Oh, something happened out of turn 2. Must have gotten a little loose, maybe hit the wall. Something happened to that number 29 machine. I fortunately can't tell you. From my angle, you'll probably see it at home. And now the gap has increased. There's an even bigger gap between third and fourth. Riley Harris sitting in fourth place behind myself, your pole sitter, just outside of podium. That's a 13-second gap, by the way, as Dustin once again crosses the start-finish line to complete lap 56. 18 to go in this race. Is what I would say, but my math's wrong. Isn't it 28 to go? Yep, 28 to go. Two-mile D-shaped oval, sister track taken down by NASCAR, selling the land for development. All that remains is the front straightaway and some of the garage area. That battle for fifth place, though, pretty hot right now between Norm Snyder and Ron Schamer. Those two have been duking it out several times this season. Norm showing a lot of speed in the past couple weeks. With everybody starting to pit a little bit later, we should be all set. Heading out of the final pit stop. Talk of the town out in NASCAR land as they get ready to gear up for, I believe, Kansas this weekend. Is the kid did it. Ty Gibbs brings home the number 54 machine to victory lane for the first time in his Cup career. Oh, I'm sorry, 23 laps to go. It's hard to kind of do the math, but drivers should be close to making it from here. We'll see how well that goes. Jason Phillips coming on down pit lane on lap 63. 21 to go when he comes on out. Dustin Reinsettle down pit lane. John Aslan down pit lane, and Riley Harris coming on down. This time, 40 this time. I'll see, I probably might not make it. Dustin Reinsettle continuing to hold the lead. Over Ron Schamer and Norm Snyder. Dustin has an 8.9 second lead. Coming back out. .67 laps complete here. 17 to go. Everybody all spread out on the racetrack. Now 16 to go as Dustin crosses the line. It's still Dustin, Jason, and Charles, your top three. Riley. Wow, sorry, Riley. Riley Harris in fourth place. Ron Schamer rounds out your top five. Then you have Norm Snyder in sixth place. John Aslan seventh. George Harris in eighth, and myself now back to ninth place. And that is your cars on track right now and where they'll stack up. Top 6 still on the lead lap right now. That lead continues to increase here. Dustin up to a 9.3 second lead. That's still going to grow, I believe. We'll just see what happens in a second. 9.4, so not a huge gain. The gap from second to third grew from 2.3 to 3.4. So we've hit 70 complete laps, looking at 71 laps complete here this time as Dustin crosses the start-finish line again. 13 to go now. No other real battles taking place on the racetrack. Norm Snyder trying to see if he can catch back up to Ron Schamer for 5th place. Laps continue to tick on down. And while we're talking about that, we can talk a little bit about our manufacturer spread for this current race. We have 4 trucks driving a Chevrolet today, 3 Toyotas in the field between Jason, Ron, and myself. 1 Dodge in the form of Norm Snyder, and 1 Ford for Charles Smith. Looks like John Aslan trying to get his lap back from Dustin here as he's starting to put some heat on the number 11 Chevrolet. My guess is that with 10 to go, Dustin will probably just let him go. Not worry about it too much. He's got an 8.72 second gap over 2nd place. And throughout this whole session, Ron Schamer still your fastest lap of the race. Put down a 39.901 during the first stint on the track. John Aslan continues to hold or be held back, so looks like Dustin lapped him again. Or kept him a lap down. .8 second gap between first and second now. .9 second gap between second and third, and a 6.2 gap from third to fourth. Four laps remaining here at Michigan. Napa Know-How looking to come on down victory lane, but again, the hats are going to stay out of victory lane for now. You have the 2 to go this time by as Dustin heads on down past the stripe. And ladies and gentlemen, the moment you've been waiting for, the white flag is out. Dustin Reinsettle will take the white flag here with, again, a commanding lead over second. And we'll take this time on this final lap to talk a little bit more about the Racing League. I mentioned all 3 of our racing series, filled with a whole bunch of guys that always fight week in and week out. All our races are fixed setups. The entry is open and free, always. You can join in right now if you wanted to join for our stock car series or road series, or for our next truck race. And sign up on that link. It'll take you to bring you to a webpage. It'll tell you how to sign up for the league, the 3 different leagues that we run. And we'll go over the way to access the Discord as well, so you can join in and chat with the rest of us here. Checkered flag out over the field as Dustin Reinsettle will take the win, take the W here at Michigan. Jason Phillips in second with Charles Smith finishing third. Riley Harris will come in 4th place. Ron Schaumer 5th. Norm Snyder 6th. 7th will be John Aslan. 8th will be George Harris. And myself, Michael Harris Jr., who finished 9th. Not my best day. Early mistake cost me big time, and I also suspect George Harris big time as well. Apologies to him if he happens to watch the stream back for that pit stop shenanigans. Dustin Reinsettle doing some burnouts here. We'll go ahead and start doing some stuff here. That is not the one I wanted. Gonna click some buttons, do some things. Stick around. There we go. Play with the cameras. That's what I wanted. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen. Let us get our top three here in the booth. We're going to start with Charlie Smith. Charlie, oh, hold on. There we go. Charles, we get a copy.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Do you prefer Charles or Charlie?
Either's fine. I guess Charlie.
All right, Charlie, you brought that number 29 down to third place. You had some lead laps going on. Tell us how your truck felt and how you felt about the race.
Felt pretty good. I don't know. I was trying to short pit him a little bit, but it didn't work, and then I ran out of fuel coming to the line.
And fuel strategy gets important out here at Michigan, just like it did at California and some other tracks. So it's pretty cool that you were able to muscle your way out there up in front.
Yeah, it was a good race.
Tell us, yeah, definitely was a good race there. Any thoughts on the rest of our schedule here in the Truck Series?
I don't know. Probably struggle everywhere as usual, except apparently this racetrack.
Well, we've actually got New Hampshire Motor Speedway next up, and I made a mistake because I didn't look at the schedule ahead of time. We are off next Friday. We're going to be doing New Hampshire Motor Speedway, Auto Club, and Nashville to finish out the season, so 3 races to go. I know we get the flat track, and then the sister of this one, Nashville, so any of those you thinking you probably do well again? I'm sure Auto Club will probably be this one.
Yeah, I guess Auto Club, it is pretty similar to Michigan.
All right, any other words for the fans out there?
No.
No? All right, well, thank you for joining us, Charlie. Yep, that's the thing. Okay, looks like Jason, I don't see him. I guess he did not want to come down to the booth, or he's just got other stuff going on. But at any rate, Dustin Reinsettle, your race winner. We got a copy.
Howdy.
Howdy. New father, another race winner. Can't beat that, can you?
No, definitely cannot. Jumped in tonight. Let's see, I got back from practice. Got in like, I don't know, 10 minutes of practice, something like that, 12 minutes. Michigan's not too crazy of a place, but it definitely, just getting used to holding it kind of wide open and trusting that it's going to stick is different. But outside of that, a little bit of strategy play tonight. It wasn't much, but it was like just enough to kind of separate everybody a little bit. So I kind of realized with like 7 laps left that I need to save just a little bit on that first run, and backed it up a little, and then knew I was going to have to take 3 pit stops, so I didn't want to take tires yet because I really didn't use them that much that first run. I actually, when I have to run more than just like a little quick shootout. I actually lift a little bit. So a lot of people are faster than me right off the bat, but usually at the end of the long run, when we're, not having to save or anything, I can usually pick up a little bit of time just because I'm not spending the first 10 laps sliding up the track on exit.
That's true there. And of course, we noticed in the broadcast that Jason and Charlie ended up getting around you. And, you were able to save up on that. And it was a pretty exciting race for most of it. Then towards the end, you just took right on over and never really looked back, did you?
Yeah, I think they both took tires that first stint. So it kind of put them to where I was going to have fresh tires to catch them. They really didn't pull away because I think they had to save a little bit of gas, so they really didn't get outside that like 4 or 5 second window. And then whenever I could take tires, it didn't take 6 laps or something like that. The tire fall off is crazy, and the tires actually last a pretty good little bit. So the first 10 laps is a huge advantage. And then if you didn't save any of the first 10 laps, you're falling off pretty majorly there towards the end.
Absolutely. And we've got the break this coming week, which I'm sure you were looking forward to a little bit. I know you love racing, but that schedule with the kid and
I'll
they're
definitely
ready.
be ready for an off week from pretty much everything next week. We're leaving at 10 o'clock in the morning to go travel down. Tomorrow's our travel day for the conference championship, so have that Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, and drive back Tuesday night, and then have a good week to rest up over the weekend, watch some racing, all that good stuff.
Well, that'd be good, and good luck to your team out there as they compete for the conference championship. And any you got Auto Club circled or Nashville circled? What you got left on the calendar that you're hoping for a win at?
Well, Nashville is probably my favorite track. I'm going to say that with an asterisk because I also said that about Dover, and that was my worst race of the year. But any concrete track, no matter what, if it's Cup Car, Xfinity, or O'Reilly, sorry, and trucks is my favorite by far, just because of the tire management. So excited for Nashville. New Hampshire, not so much, but I did get the O'Reilly win in that last weekend, so I got a little bit of confidence there. But I'm really hoping that Eric can start racing again on Fridays just so I can learn a little bit at flat tracks because I'm not good at New Hampshire, or not very good. So hoping that I can get a little bit of watching off of Eric out there and maybe learn a little bit. And yeah, Auto Club is kind of like this place. It's a little different. Has its own nuances. Love Auto Club too. So we'll see. Everybody was pretty competitive for the most part tonight, other than the little strategy flip flop there that kind of separated us. But everybody was running the same lap times for the most part.
Yep, absolutely, and we look forward to seeing our usual suspects creep back on in. A couple of races left in the season. We definitely miss Eric and a couple of our others like Travis Jones and a couple other regulars. But at any rate, Dustin, it's been a pleasure having you up here, and we will see you. Well, we'll see you again.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thanks, Mike.
All right, race winner Dustin Ryan settle there, and of course we also have Sunday night where we will be the Stock Car Series will be driving at a track called Michigan International Raceway before they also take their final break of the season. 3 to go for both of those series. The Road Series is 2 races left. Red Bull Ring and Nürburgring Grand Prix. So, thank you all for tuning in and watching. My name is Michael Harris Jr. again for the rest of the admin team, the broadcast bootman, and the broadcast team. I'd like to thank you all for joining. We hope you have a wonderful weekend. Tune back in on Sunday night, and we'll see you at the finish line.